I'm going to give you another way to look at the market when we think about when we're going to get out and when we're going to sell. This is January 2024. Crypto for the rest of us. Big dumb animal. Don't do what I do. And I just realized looking into the camera that I think I've got some food on my shirt. But this is about content, not presentation. So disregard the fact that I think that's part of my quarter pounder. And you know what? I only eat quarter pounders without cheese at the moment. If we hit a bull run and I make big money, you better believe I'm getting my quarter pounders with cheese. Double cheese. Yeah, double cheese. I think I'll be able to afford it. So let's take a look at two important things, in my opinion, because sometimes we get a little bullheaded. Okay, me. And I think, for example, if I believe I bought a crypto at 10 cents and I think it should get to 80 cents, I might be holding out for that 80 cents. Now, I happen to have sell levels, so I might sell some at 30, 50, whatever. But the point is, what if some of our crypto doesn't hit what we think it's going to hit? I did a show the other day on Aether, and I gave the reasons why I thought it would be good, and I bought a little more. And some people came back in the comments, and they had some good comments and some good positions as to why they thought it may not do all that well. So let's say that those that commented think it's going to 2x or 3x. Let's say that I think it's going to 8 or 10x. And let's say that they're right. Well, how am I going to know to get out? If I strongly believe it should hit this price, then I might be holding some of my crypto for that price. But I might be wrong. Well, what does it mean to be wrong? You'll never know until sometime in the future when we all look back at the charts and say, should have gotten out there. Okay, but there's another way. First, let's talk about timing, and then we'll talk about, first let's talk about industries and then timing. This came out, this is a crypto account, let me scroll up here, Real World Asset Watch List. You can see the @RWA watch list _ Okay, I follow them. I think they've got good information. They put this out, which was most profitable crypto narratives. One of the things I think is very important is eliminate all the variables you can. What does that mean? Well, if there are certain crypto industries that aren't going to do all that well in this bull run, then don't get involved. Yeah, there might be individual crypto in there, but if you pick an industry, like on this sheet number 1, this is ranking the performance of categories in 2024 and saying that these categories did the best in 2024 by average return. So if you're in a category that's going to do well, then odds are you're going to have a higher chance of picking a crypto in that category that will do well. I did a video where I showed all my crypto and all the categories I'm in. I'm in all these categories, except meme coin. I have a teeny tiny, it's almost non-existent, because to me, meme coins are very difficult to pick. And I think you got to dedicate quite a bit of time to do it well. People can do it well, not me. I'm not in that. Gaming, when it comes to individual games, not so much. I like infrastructure. But AI, RWA, which I believe is part of DeFi, but they split it out, which is interesting because within DeFi, which did 100% last year, RWA crushed it. So RWA, Layer 1, DPIN, which was like Aether and others, DeFi, gaming for me, infrastructure, and then a couple Layer 2s. But these are the top narratives. So let's just assume for the moment that these are some of the top narratives for next year. Well, what you can do if you're not familiar is you go to crypto or CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. They usually put what they think are the hot categories up here. I don't know if it's by views or what, but you can go to cryptocurrencies, you can go to categories. But for example, if you jump into the AI category, and you need to look into these, some of these should be here, some shouldn't, but here are the ones they believe that should be in the AI category. You go through them, and there you have already taken out one variable, which is you're in a category that they believe will do well. Here's RWA. Now you're picking ones in a category of real world assets that they believe will do well, if last year was indicative. Here's the part that I think makes the most sense, and that is a couple things to watch I've talked about before. Money supply. Everyone's talking about the fact that, I'm not going to get into the reasons, but more money supply, or I should say money supply increasing over 2025. And that pushes all asset prices up. Let's just assume that's true. Forget why it's happening or if it's true or not. Just assume it's true. Money supply is going to be going up in 25. All asset prices will be pushed. Cryptocurrency will be pushed significantly more because it's a risk-on asset. So here you are in 2020. Look at this graph. Look how it shot up through 20 and through 21 and then leveled off. This was that last crypto bull run. Now it's leveled off. We believe it's going to keep going up. That and the fact that I like to watch this others.d. This is others. This is all crypto added together except for the top 10. It hasn't even reached what it was last time. I don't believe we're quite yet in a bull market where it's just starting. But if you look at others.d, it's the percent of the in total market of crypto. It's at 10.8%. And last time it had gotten up, we showed this before, almost 20. Okay. And then lastly, if you look at other charts, you'll see that typically in the bull run, the first quarter, January, February, March, is the best. You might have a dip because in April, corporations and people in the US and other countries have to deal with taxes and whatnot. Everyone talks about that. You may have a dip because of summer and a lot of the big financial institutions, well, they're on break or whatever. But let's just assume that the first quarter, let's assume three things. One, the money supply is going to go up. Two, we're in the best categories we can find. Three, we believe that everything's going to take off in the first quarter. So let's look at the end of March, right before tax season. Around that time frame, what is the percent? Has this been going up, meaning more and more of those altcoins or more capital's going into them than the Bitcoins and the Ethereums and the other top 10? And if that's the case, then you might need to forget that or let me put it this way. I'm going to look at my portfolio and say, I think I'm going to need to start getting rid of some of this because this might be the best part of the year. Let's just say I'm willing to dump, 50% of my portfolio. But also I need to look at it and say to myself, well, that's only a 2x, so I'm going to keep that one. No. I need to say, you know what? Money supply went up like we thought. It's a higher percentage. Others.d, the percentage has gone up quite a bit. It's towards the end of March. It might be part of the best part of the run. I just got to admit that I may have made some bad calls. Some of those that I thought were going to 8 or 10x and they only 2'd, that may be it. So the last thing I want to do is sell the ones that are taking off and keep the ones that haven't gone up much at all. Think about that. I'm like, whoa, it's an 8x. Because here's the alternative. I sell everything that hit an 8x, and then they keep going, and I didn't hold on to any of them. I sold it all. And I kept the ones that are at a 2x, because I thought, well, they haven't 8x yet, and they never do. So then I sold the ones that were taking off, and I kept the ones that weren't. So the flip side of this is, one, around March timeframe, I think we need to look at our portfolios and be honest about which ones actually met our expectations or not. What do? You compare them to the other crypto in that category. If the category's moving and yours isn't moving, then odds are you might want to get rid of it. If the category hasn't moved at all and yours hasn't moved, maybe the category just hasn't moved yet, you might want to hold on to it. And then for the ones that are really taking off, pay attention to the catalysts as to why that's happening, because we might want to change our sell levels. Point today was look at it from another perspective because timing can matter. If money supply goes up and then it retracts, we need to get out before it really starts retracting, regardless of what your crypto has done. That's my point. You're not going to hit all of them out of the park. You may. Congratulations. You can have all your quarter pounders with double cheese. But I know I'm not going to hit them all out of the park. But I am going to be watching timing, and there will come a point in time based on some of these charts that I say, I just have to get out. It just didn't do what I thought it was going to do. That was it. Just be realistic and try to have multiple reasons in your mind that you're tracking and watching as to the timing. It's not just about, well, I'm not getting out until Bitcoin hits 200,000. What? It might never, or it might blow through it. Who knows? Make sure you have alternative ways of looking at your exit timing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hope you can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Bye.